Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum, the fat hot man of podcasts. We're here. The host with the most, comedy legend, Mike Ward, Chris, the questionable friend having Ramsay, Poseidon, who is one of those questionable friends, and myself. Let's do it. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm running on my spare. I have the donut in the back.
Are you serious?
I cracked my mag.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Canadian Tire is trying to figure it out. But I didn't know the mag was... I went to Jonquière, and I was losing air. I just kept pumping air in it.
Okay.
And I thought it was a nail. And then they checked yesterday. Guys, like, come over here. My buddy at the Tire Costa.
Completely
like, come in the back. He's like, there's a crack. He's like, it's the same tire we fixed last time. Another crack. He goes, so you want me, today's like, you want me to send it in the place, see if we could fix it one last time? I was like, yeah, send it in, see if they could weld or whatever to fix it one last time. Because one mag, he goes, do you want to buy one from Ford? $700.
Yeah.
For one.
Yeah,
It's going to be so much shinier than the other ones.
Oh, for real?
Just a brand new mag. Oh, that sucks.
And
I have
one
four?
brand new mag.
Like we have the my car, the mags that came with it were silver and you couldn't get black ones. So I had them spray painted or plasti dipped, and then they called me, and Tesla called me, and they were like, hey, and they used the French term for mag that I didn't know that word.
It does start with an F, but it ends the same way?
I think it was a tes jantes or something like that. He was like, tes jantes sont pétées, tu veux-tu que je remplace? And then I was like, remplace the jantes, I don't give a fuck.
I would say the same thing.
So then they replace them, and then I show up, and then my car has two fucking shiny silver, like black wheels. And it wasn't the two in the back, two in the front. It was one in the back and one. So I just
Looks
looked
like a
like
clown car.
like a weird fucking dude that's like wants to, hey, look
Eccentric.
at how funky I am. I got the matte black car with the fucking crazy tires. And then I was like,
Crazy Mike's Car Wash.
and then I tell the guy, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he goes, I asked you. And I was like, you asked me if I wanted my jaunt. And then I was like, he was like, yeah, I asked you. And I was like, what the fuck is a jaunt? Like, it's a mag. You call it a mag
Don't call it a jaunt.
or a rim. Like, if English people call rims, French people, I've always heard mags. I was like, mag or rim. I know two of the three words.
Yeah.
That should be good enough.
They'll say jaunt, but then they'll be like, cite ball joint.
Yeah.
And you're like, why didn't you use a French word for that?
Yeah.
You know, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so then, and I had my shitty fucking shiny fucking mags for 2 days, which isn't the end of the world.
Yeah, are you kidding me? 2 days?
You had to go through 2 days of that? No, but it's cracked. Fuck, these streets are so bad. It's like cracked again. And now I'm just pissed off. But what I want to do is, that's what Poseidon said today. He goes, don't buy a new one or don't replace. Just get it fixed temporary, because I want to sell the car anyway.
And
That's
you
your
want to
truck, eh?
sell a car
Your
with
SUV?
a shitty rim
Shitty jaunt.
that's gonna break, and then people will be like, that fucking asshole.
Well, it'll break if you go. It'll break again
if you drive in Montreal.
No matter how expensive or nice the car is, if you got one mag that's a different color, dude, you better knock off $5,000 off the price of that car. I swear to God. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's a brand new car, dude. If you can't match your mags, something's up.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You could knock off $5,000.
Yeah, dude. I'm not paying for this fucking
The car's worth $3,000.
joke on wheels, dude. What are you doing?
Our car's
Like a
still.
clown
It's
car.
like if you have it's like if you have a door that's blue on a black on a
I've
white
seen shit
car.
like that,
Yeah.
and it pisses me off.
I don't
so
care if
much.
it's a brand new door, dude. Like, I'm not paying for this fucking clown car. Like, what
I've
are you
been
doing?
watching videos. I don't know why my algorithm has videos of guys spray painting their cars. And I fucking love those videos. And it's always the same thing. They're like, why would I pay fucking $5,000 for a paint job when I can do it myself? And then they paint it, and after one coat, they're like, yeah, it's kind of drippy. But who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, and it
It's a
looks
shit
terrible.
car anyway.
Yeah, right.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Dude.
But
It's
why?
like twisted
It's
metal.
like who, you know, people that tint their windows themselves. Has anyone ever done a good job? Because
Without
there's
bubbles?
so many cars that have the bubbles and the white spots that you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
just
pay the extra
spend
$50.
140. I don't know how much it is.
It's not that much.
expensive.
Depends on the car. 200. It could go to 500 if you want to do rear
500.
window, and you want to do front windshield like a part of it. If
The company we
use,
use
At
to
this
do
point,
our
just put a
car,
blanket over your car.
we
It
use
could
the same
start-
company.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
Yeah,
I'm
real
at
good job.
5 years, and now I'm like the handles are starting to. Are you feeling that too? Like I cut myself the other day with the handle.
Really? No.
Yeah, I had like some of the.
You have those soft magician hands.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're-
Yeah.
yeah.
Little lady fingers.
Yeah.
You're not a worker like Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a real man.
Mike's
He's out there holding.
I'm
a
the
mic,
working
dude.
man.
He's out at the docks.
Some of the wraps started peeling.
No, just like where the handles are. But it's been 5 years. I think it's 10-year guarantee for all that stuff. But I've never seen a bubble anywhere. Like,
I have a couple of scratches, like So I'm thinking about, because we both have the same car and it's 5 years old, and I'm not a car guy, so I think I'm gonna get it rewrapped a different color.
I think so too.
So, because I don't really like, it'll feel like a new car, it'll look like a new car, and it'll only cost like 10 grand. Or
I just
whatever.
paid $2,000 for like a checkup recently. I get my car from here. I left here a couple weeks ago, and it goes, your car might stop driving in the middle of your trip.
What the fuck?
All over,
Tesla does
get
that.
out, do not take your car anymore. I'm like, I have to get home. I'm going home. So I take the car. The whole time it's showing me this like thing like
You might die. You might
like
die.
might literally just stop, right? I get to the office and I park it. Next day, won't turn on. Will not turn on. Dead. So I'm like, oh, it's a fucking
battery?
I'm thinking there's a battery, but then there's a 12-volt battery inside of it that's just to turn it on and keep all the things running. It's not that big battery that's underneath. So this is like $100 and some, right? So I was like, okay, let me see if I can get a boost first. The guy comes, he's like, yeah, I can't boost it.
Do you know how do you boost a Tesla?
Yeah, so same thing. So here's the thing. You need a battery to get into the Tesla to access the battery. But you can't access the battery if your battery's dead, right? Which is a whole catch-22. So there's this little plate in front of the Tesla, I didn't know, that you pop it open, and there's 2 wires that come out right in your bumper.
Okay.
And you hook up a 12-volt battery
Even
to that.
if it's wrapped?
Even if it's wrapped.
Okay.
It's a small circle right in the bumper. And you boost that with a 12-volt, and it immediately pops the frunk.
Okay.
You open that, you got to take off a thing, and now you have a battery that's there that you can charge. So we ended up charging this. Won't go. Guy's like, I got to tow it. We got to bring it to Tesla. I'm like, it's just probably a battery. He's like, nope, got to tow it. I'm like, you're not towing it on park. You're going to ruin my fucking car. And he's like, all right. So I went and I got another battery, drove the Tesla, installed it myself, did the whole thing, started for about a minute, died again. They ended up towing it, cost me like fucking whatever, and then like $2,000.
They towed it while it was on park,
They told it I had no choice.
and it fucked up the car.
Well, they towed it on the bed and then took it off.
But wait, hold on, I have a question because Tesla doesn't have any gears.
Yeah, no.
There's no transmission.
There's still transmission. There's still like you still have 2 motors. You still have 2 motors, right?
Yeah, but how does that ruin it?
So you can ruin your direction and you can ruin the motor. You can ruin the battery.
Really?
Yeah. If your wheels are forcing and the battery's not on, you can definitely mess. It's all computers.
Okay, I see what
Does that happen with cars, like when they tow our cars?
If it's on park,
Because your car's always parked.
it'll probably fuck your direction up a little bit.
Really?
It could ruin your transmission.
on a gas car. It'll demolish your
ruin it.
transmission.
Especially-
And it's
So
worse
when you
for
get
battery
towed,
cars.
no, so when you get towed from the street, it fucks up your car.
yeah.
No, they put it in neutral.
No, not if you're not there.
Not if you're
Oh,
not
if you're
there.
not there, they fuck it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that legal?
Oh well, how is it legal to be parked in
Well,
the place you're not
if
allowed
it's
to
a
be,
front wheel drive car, it's not that bad. Like if only the front tires spin, they lift it up, and then the rear tires spin.
And
You're good.
they only tow you. Is it when you're? They only tow from the front, right?
Yeah. So if
So whenever I park a place I'm not allowed, I fucking just.
Mine was from the back because I was parked.
Ah,
up
so
against the
they
wall, yeah.
fucked your car.
So you tell me, if you have your ass out, they're not allowed to tow you?
They're not supposed to.
They're not
They
supposed
will.
to because you could sue them, but they will.
So then you could sue them.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm on the app and I have all the text messages with Tesla because you got that app, right, for the checkups and stuff. You can just contact them and like schedule your shit. They'll do it all in the app and pay for everything. And the guy goes like, I'm like, hey, they're gonna fuck my car up if they tow it on park. And he's like, nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm like, I don't want to take that chance. I'd rather boost it if you can get somebody here to boost it, and then I can put it in tow mode, and then you can. Sort of, and he's like, no, he's like, worst comes to worst, a towing company will pay for any damages. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they're going to be
Yeah.
fine with me telling them that before they tow my car. I'm sure that's all going to play out nicely, but yeah, still costs $2,000, and I only have 30,000 kilometers on this car.
Really? God
Yeah,
Damn.
and the battery, fucking the 12 volts dead. So
I think EVs are gonna die.
I hate EVs.
I think they're done.
It's fun.
It was
I
nice.
like EVs.
I like EVs too.
They already started. I think they're gonna take the tech from the EVs that they developed and put it into regular hybrids and
Hydrogen is
gas
the future,
powered.
my friend.
Hydrogen
I mean-
is the future, but
As long as you don't have to gas up, dude. I haven't gassed in 5
Hydrogen is the
years,
future.
and it is amazing
Yeah,
to not be at a gas station in
Hydrogen, though,
February. Dude.
what sucks about hydrogen, it's impossible to get. Like,
Mass
and
market?
to like fill up your car.
Yeah.
And when you
Here,
go on
yeah.
the Shell website and if you Google find a hydrogen station near me,
They don't exist.
then it'll be go on shell.com, and then shell.com you write your address and they go, we have stations here. But it's all stations that don't have hydrogen. But they pretend like every fucking Shell station in North America has hydrogen.
Yeah, we're not ready for it, but I think
No.
it's the future.
I mean, if you
But
like
they're far, yeah.
explosions, look what happened to the fucking Hindenburg.
that's the problem with hydrogen now.
But
is
they're
that
using
the-
it, no, in like Asia.
Toyota's kind of figured it out, but there's still risk associated to it.
It's still highly flammable.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
so
so's
and
your
and,
hair.
and explosive. But the thing is, what was I gonna say? Oh, the problem with EVs, like you guys have somewhere to plug it, but like we had.
It is hard if you don't have any electricity.
There was
That's
a
what
lot
she
of
said, yeah.
complaints this year that they would park the Tesla Model 3s on the street full charge, and then in the morning after like a cold night, dead.
Yeah,
You know?
because your car's heating up and like there's all sorts of stuff like
Yeah.
that for sure. Like it doesn't function as well in the winter as it does in summer.
Yeah.
That's normal. But this is the first tune-up I've had in 5 years. I've never had to gas up. I've never no oil change, no liquids, no.
You should change the oil sometimes.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, like I mean, I can't be mad at that. I think.
Did you know that the Teslas they have coolant, also? So they do have it.
I don't have coolant in mine.
No, there is. It's a special coolant that cools down the batteries.
Huh.
And it's a whole process that's like
Oh,
expensive
you
to
don't have
replace
access to it
it. No, you don't.
because I only have windshield washer. I think.
Yeah, only windshield washer. But coolant, like if you get the message that says like coolant low, it means you got to change the
You gotta
coolant.
go get serviced.
Yeah, you got to go get it serviced.
Personally, it's not for me, the EVs. I like, because I'm not even good with cars in general.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that like gas cars, older cars, like not super old, but people know how to work on them. Because even the new cars now, even my car with all technology,
Yeah.
sometimes shit
Too many
goes wrong.
computers.
You know what happens sometimes in my car? It'll just show me bing, powertrain, get your
Software
thing
stuff.
serviced, whatever stuff. And it lasts for 30 seconds, and then I won't see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about EVs is if you don't have a charger at your house. Like the year that I was living in an apartment that I didn't have a charger, it was the worst.
What were you doing? You just going to the Tesla thing? all
Yeah,
the
I
time?
was just find a place, plug it in the street, and I was like, oh, this is fucking
That seems
horrible.
like a hassle.
But since I have the charger again at my house, so easy.
It's the best.
So easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except when you forget to charge it, then you're fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like coming here, I got to think, okay, I need 4 hours to like.
You got to plan shit out.
Because if you don't, you're just like, oh, come over. You're like, I can't. And you're like, I can't. I can in 5 hours, but I can't now. I literally can if I wanted to.
There's something really funny about that.
Yeah.
That's why you should have both. You should have like an extra gas powered car in case.
Yeah.
I still got the Tiguan.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Who makes Tiguan?
Volkswagen.
Oh, they're trustworthy.
It's a good car. It's paid
Yeah.
for.
Well, not in the past, but nowadays.
Well, Volkswagen wasn't trustworthy during the Second World War, but now they're all
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Really, weren't they?
So, Chris Ramsay,
Yeah.
magician,
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories to regale us with?
Any stories?
Yeah.
Magic stories?
Whatever you want.
Well, I told you, went to this convention in
Yeah.
Italy, and it was some of the worst magic I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a competition, a stage competition for the qualifiers to get into FISM, which is the Fédération, whatever, of magicians. But the qualifiers left out a lot of people who didn't make it, and holy fuck, dude! Like there is the amount of like open sexism, racism that like are just kind of like really crazy, unironically.
Oh, I don't know. It was a cool place. All right.
Yeah, unironically, it is not cool. It is like literally a guy
So with, like,
dressing
the
up like a
assistant?
Chinese person, being like "whoa," and then like a Mexican.
All right. Who talks shit? These yappy broads. Who was against this?
I was just in awe, like listening to all of this. It was insane. But
What do you mean his magic trick was saying, me so magic?
literally like a quick change. So like they change into a costume and now it's an Asian costume. So he has to do Asian person. And it's like, it's still that, which is crazy.
I mean, you've said nothing wrong.
And it was
No,
Italian
I got high.
dudes?
I was with friends. I got high and watched it. I was laughing at
It was Italian dudes doing this?
people from all around the world, but there was an Italian guy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
And it must be weird when you find out, oh, fuck, it wasn't really an Italian guy. It's just a guy from Brooklyn pretending to be Italian.
Dude, he's
Like-
I have some audio of it if you want to listen, because
Uh-oh.
I could not believe what I was capturing. One guy, he was German,
Oh no.
and he was doing his bit on stage, but dude, he sounds like... He's a mentalist, right? And he sounds like a Nazi. I can't... So, here, hold on. You got to listen to this guy.
Get to the chambers.
Dude, it is wild. It's like...
Here on the other side, I have a second prediction that will tackle my destiny. Okay.
It sounds very gay. It sounds like a gay porn parody of the Second World War.
Yeah, the Jews.
We are gonna invade Austria.
I'm gonna slide right into Poland. Yeah.
number between 1 and 9.
That's so weird. They're like gimmicks.
Oh, it's dude. You want to see gimmicky? Look at this guy. This guy's wild. This guy dressed up as an elf for his act.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Look at this. These an
Looks
action.
like Shawn Michaels.
Like, watch this. Watch this. Is that milk?
Why is he pouring milk?
Looks like jizz now. God damn, he's gonna throw that all
Is he
over
gonna eat it like the monkey?
his
Watch
face
him go
and
like
tits.
this with it. He's LARPing, dude. This is crazy. Ready?
What am
Look.
I watching?
Oh,
What am I watching, bro? What the fuck?
You're
is
watching the World
Those
Championships.
are your coworkers?
No, trust me.
At least our coworkers jerk off and bang.
Was this like this was a thing to like was it producers in the audience?
That guy won.
And they're gonna buy that
Wait,
guy
what?
did
Yeah,
not win.
That guy
Shawn
won.
Michaels
That
with the
guy
milk
did
won?
not
He
win.
made it to the next level. He's going to the World Championship.
But he's just a sexy boy.
he's wild.
Yeah, but are these
He's a lazy
people
gay.
trying to like? So people in the audience, are they like people that run theaters or producers or who's in the audience?
Mostly magicians.
So it's shitty magicians
each other
in
off.
front of
Yeah.
magicians.
Yeah.
And were people freaking out when they saw you? Because you're like you have a real career, so they must have been like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Oh no! Every time I go to any of these conventions, I'm like instant like just a celebrity to them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's a different thing. But they're so like a lot of this is because most of these people aren't working. They're not out there doing gigs. They're not out
Okay.
there. They're just kind of like
They're saving up. They work like at fucking the Bay.
Yeah.
And then
they
all
work
year.
on their act all year, and then they
they're
present it.
like, I'm gonna fuck
Win the-
my
yeah.
kids don't need a Christmas present. I'm going to
These elf
Milan.
ears and fucking-
Yeah. Daddy needs a new elf costume.
It's insane. I have a lot. Like I filmed so much in audio. I was like, this is so crazy, and like
Did you ever think to
visibly
yourself,
cringe.
I don't need to be here?
Oh yeah, every single convention I go to. I mean, I've been struggling with that since I got into magic. The whole how gay magic is. Like it's such like a weird spot of these people who are introverted who found something to allow them to connect with other people, but that's all they have, and they guard it like very heavily, and they're very like, oh, I'm special, like this type of shit. You see that full-grown men dressed up as elves being serious, no irony whatsoever, like, and they expect you to not laugh, like to like love that, and it's art, and I'm like,
He's,
"Oh,
he's,
fuck, dude."
he's also a boy toy.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%, Legolas. Yeah, it's crazy. So like, there was a lot of that going on. Sitting through literally 8 hours of that shit a day.
You think he was
God
cute,
damn.
Poseidon?
Adorable.
I know he was sexy.
Were you there
He's
alone?
got the looks.
I went there alone, but like, I mean, I
Traffic
knew a
girls
lot of
wild.
people there.
Okay.
Then there was some, you know,
Because that
move.
must be hard. Like because
really
that's
move
a
'em.
type of show. If you got a buddy with you, that's a type of show that if you go, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, that
but
have
when
fun.
you're alone, you're like, the fuck,
No, I knew
I
people,
can't tap
yeah.
this guy because it might be his brother.
He's dressed like an
That's right.
elf.
And you got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
I had some friends that were there with me, and we were kind of like, this is insane. But it's always like that. It's always been like that, and it's just like, I mean, magic attracts creeps and weirdos too, you know. Like, so it was in Quebec when we had FISM, the last one a couple of years ago. There was like
You gotta really change the name of that thing.
Fism is not a
It
good
sounds like
name.
jism.
Yeah, it's too close to jism.
Yeah, Rism. There was a guy who, like, the cops went next door, and there's a page called The Unofficial Guide to FISM, where it's like all the shit that went wrong that people laugh at, and they post there. My favorite page. But there was a guy who apparently got arrested for showing his junk to a child in the pool, a magician, during the convention. Like, this is perfect. I'm like, what a great look for magic.
I mean, maybe it was an accident.
Yeah.
Your shorts in the pool, he's swimming.
Yeah, his accident, they arrested him.
Well, I mean, that's excessive.
Fucking Quebec City.
Yeah.
Because what if he was just swimming and he swam too hard and his shorts fell, and then the kid's face ended over his dick?
There's a literal predator list online of magicians, too.
Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
shit.
Yeah,
Bring it up.
It's a long list, too.
I hope Chris's name is on there.
Yeah, dude, one day, maybe.
It's,
if
you
I
know
work
what's
hard
funny?
enough.
If it's just Wes's name 3 times.
There's a long list. It's just one person.
There's a guy. Me and Wes had a podcast. We were talking about Jim Pace, who eventually got caught for child pornography or fucking kid or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of them
Yeah,
are.
I guess sex predators, like in comedy, are guys that were creeps with girls.
Yeah.
But magicians censors the whole kid
Children.
angle.
Yep.
There's probably got to be a lot
Dude,
of pedophiles.
it's like going to a Boy Scout convention and
Yeah.
not finding a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna find where there's kids,
Yeah.
you're gonna find pedophiles, right?
That's what.
Fuck, that's the best job for a pedophile.
yeah.
Which.
Magician.
Or counselor,
Yeah.
coach, priest.
Yeah.
But
Anything that's
Judge.
cool for a kid.
yeah. It's unfortunate though, like, cause it's fucking weird, and when you go to these places, you can tell, like, when someone's wearing a necktie that's also playing cards, you're like, ugh, fuck, for sure, you know what I mean? Like,
You feel okay.
yeah, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. It's weird. It's bizarre.
So you see people that you're like, I know, like I can't catch him right now, but I don't know if I look in his laptop,
There's stories.
I'm gonna
oh, yeah.
get shocked.
There's tons. Of
Game
stories.
recognizes game.
Yeah.
I once
we were at Blackpool one year. It's the biggest magic
England?
convention. Yep, Blackpool, England, biggest magic event, 4,000 magicians, and a really famous magician. Won't name his name, but he was notoriously into, like, younger guys.
David Blaine.
And he was an older guy, old ugly white man, but into, like, you know, late teen guys. And he asked this one kid. He's like, "Hey,
I'm Penn Jillette.
do you want to come and, you know, I'll give you private lessons later."
Oh shit.
Cheesiest line in the world, right? You'd think, and the kid's like, "Yeah, you're obviously blank, who I look up to. Obviously."
Was he a blank billet?
No, David Blank. No, I'm kidding. No. It was you know, well, among magicians, well-known legend. And he was like, "Hey, you want to come up to my room?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, cool." And the kid meets him up there, and he's like, "Okay,
I'm gonna
here."
make my cock
And he's like,
disappear
"Let's
into your
smoke
ass."
this." And he smokes weed with him. And then he goes, "Hey, go in the bathroom and change into that, and we'll start the lessons. It's just for a bit of theater and this and that." So the kid goes in the bathroom,
Oh, Jesus.
This is
comes
just
out-
as
Comes
you know,
back, the
comes out
guy's
dressed
in
as a fireman outfit, and the guy's fully naked. And so this guy runs out of the apartment. This kid runs
dressed as a fucking firefighter.
runs into the bar where all the magicians are hanging.
There's a fire, guys. There's
And
a fire. Get
everyone
out.
knows-
Get out.
Yeah, and he's panicking, telling everyone what just fucking happened. And of course we believe him because he's dressed up as a fireman. Like, it's
I wouldn't
insane.
believe
Yeah.
a kid dressed up as a fireman because that's stolen valor.
But yeah, they're bold as shit, dude.
I had a guy that I saw. I hadn't seen him in like 30 years or 25 years. He was at the Bordel this weekend. It was a guy, when I first started doing comedy, we did this show in Trois-Rivières, and there was this old creepy manager from the 90s that he was like, he was so gay and so fucking like shitty gay. So he'd be like, he'd always, if you were like next to him, he'd always put his pack of cigarettes too far away, so you'd have to lean over and touch you, and you'd be like, and then
Oh,
he'd always be
he's stealing my game.
he'd always be like
He's like, "I don't
rubbing.
even smoke."
He'd always be rubbing your back or rubbing the back of your head, and you were like, "Oh, this fucking old piece of shit." What? And then we're at this party, and this guy comes up to us, And he was this young open micer. And he goes, Danielle came to talk to me. And we're like, what do you say? He was like, he grabbed my dick. And he said, so you want to get into comedy? And then we're like, what did you answer? And he was like, I do, but not at any price. And then we just started laughing. We're like, oh, that's so funny. He was like, pas n'importe quel prix. And then we're like, ah. And then I saw him like 2 weeks ago. And that's the first thing I told him. I almost want to grab his dick and go, hey, do you want to do comedy?
And what's he up to now?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Not comedy.
He's not doing comedy. Hasn't been doing comedy in forever.
I wonder why.
But I don't.
It's like something scared him off.
Yeah, maybe. It might have been that, yeah. I didn't even think of asking him. I should have been like, because I told him, I was like, do you remember when that guy grabbed you by the dick? And he was like, yeah.
I'm still in
You
therapy.
mean what ended my entire
Yeah.
career?
And then I never thought to ask, is that why you're not in comedy?
the only
Because I
question.
told my girlfriend, I was like, this guy was fucking funny. He was super good. He could have made it.
Oh, no.
But he couldn't handle a little bit of molestation. It's crazy.
Yeah,
the
fucking-
initiation?
Yeah.
I once got fired from a job for
Grabbing your boss's dick?
No, calling a client, you pedophile looking ass motherfucker.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because he's working at a church.
Fuck, we can't. Yeah.
Yeah, he's working on Little St. James Island.
What job?
The one selling marketing and websites.
Oh, for websites and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, you remember that job?
I had,
So why did you? Wait,
Well,
I
because-
just want to find out. Sorry about
No,
that.
you're good.
I just
On
want
the
to find
phone,
out.
how'd you know what he looked
So-
like?
So on the phone, how did you know?
So I was
Did
in
he buy like pedo.com?
I was in sales. No, I was in sales, and
You were selling websites?
They're selling
He bought
websites.
sexyyoungdudes.com.
And some of these clients had existing
One
websites,
follower.
and he had an existing website, right? So he sent it over, and his whole business model was based out of Orlando, Florida, and he would just bring children to Disney
Okay.
I like his. It's a good
Nice
business.
guy.
Kids love this.
without their
yeah,
parents.
yeah.
Like he would do a chauffeur service
would-
for the
yeah,
kids.
why would
the parents not?
It was just, and I know because
you want the
them a
parents
break.
come, they're all judgmental and
so
stuff.
you
They
know
make you wear
how- and
clothes.
it was like advertising. He had this old wrinkly dinkly website from the '90s, and it was like
Are your kids
HTML,
sexy?
yeah.
Do they need a vacation?
no, like, are you tired of your kids on travel? Blah, I'll drive them to Disneyland without you, and then you'll
You
wait
could
for
drive
them
them to
there.
the therapist.
Like it was a whole thing, right? And
He had a I'll drive your kids to Disneyland without
and,
you.
And I had even confirmed this over.
What parents are looking at this and they're like, "It's a good deal."
Finally.
Martha, I got it.
And I'm having this conversation with this guy over the phone, and there's a picture of a man in the Coke bottle glasses, with the pants up to the belly button, the short sleeve dress shirt, like textbook pedophile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
Is
like,
that, do pedophiles wear their pants up high?
yes, and then
Okay.
I'm like,
How do
who?
you? Yeah, all of you. or-
To keep the balls fresh.
Some of you or all of
close
you?
to the.
And then I go, hey, who is that on your website? That like, who's that man? And he goes, oh, that's me. And I go,
I didn't know you were this sexy,
but
sir.
the thing is, and I'm frozen. I'm trying to sell a website. He's like, no, I have plenty of business. My business is working fine. I don't need a new
That's
website.
crazy. That's
And
not
like, I really I needed like one more sale to like hit like good numbers and shit. And I go,
So like,
and then
you're not gonna make it with your fucking pedophile looking
Yeah,
picture.
I like how
Yeah,
you're
and
like, you gotta not look
I
like
gotta
a pedophile.
close
Here's a pedophile. Here's how you do it.
I think
How dumb are these
I'm
parents?
trying to remember what I told
How
him.
shitty
I'm
are
like,
the kids?
I'm like, look, because the first thing we
They're all
got
talking. Apparently, they were giving him rave
the
reviews.
kids are shit, dude.
The
If you
kids are
said-
having a good time.
How shitty are your kids if you're like, please take them?
'Cause
Please,
I-
pedophile, take my child.
I remember telling him your website looks suspicious. I remember telling this, and he got offended. He didn't like it. I was, you shouldn't say that. Blah. He got mad, and then as he's hanging up, I go, you fucking pedophile looking ass motherfucker, like that, all angry. In
Did
the
he
cubicle.
stop hanging up? Because
No,
if someone called me, I'd be like, you motherfucker.
No, I think it was too late. He had already committed to hanging up.
Fuck.
And then, but the thing is, I said that before he hung up, so before the line cut, so it was in the
So it
recording.
got recorded.
It got recorded.
And then your boss was like, okay, we're going to have a little.
Chat.
and
And
then-
a little excessive.
Yeah, I'm working. Like an hour later, I'm about to get the last sale again, and then one of the managers goes, "Yo, I got to talk to you." He goes, "Look,
That's a no-no.
we heard your phone call. You know, I don't think this job is the right fit for you." And
You were about to beat the sales record?
No,
no. I was gonna get the sale that I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost had the same thing happen to me.
You didn't tell the full story because they're like, "Yo, we don't really do that around here. Like, 47% of our business out here is pedophiles.
You can't be calling these guys out.
You can't be fucking.
This is why
Most
we
of-
wanted you to lock the deal.
Most
we
of
got the Clinton Foundation deal. We got the website.
Yeah,
We got
you
the
can't
website.
insult the
Common
golden
Pizza,
goose.
Common Pizza's website is
Yeah.
up.
Most of the business though was young dudes trying to start their landscaping business. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Landscape.
yeah.
Landscaping. Yeah, I got fired at the call center for a similar reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lady, she was lost. She's in the hospital. And before 911, it was 411. I used to work at 411.
Okay.
And before you dialed 911, back in the day, you dialed 411. It wasn't 911.
And they were like, "What's the
When
number for the?"
would you grow up? The
police?
1920s? When was this?
This, it's an old lady that called. She was the hospital, so she thought she was calling 911.
Oh.
And she was just trying to get transferred down to the reception. And I'm like, I can't do any of that here. And she wouldn't stop. She's like,
411 could only give the number. You guys couldn't transfer anywhere.
No, we're not a dispatch. We can only give the number. Yeah.
So you gave
What
her
a
911?
shitty service.
Like she said, what's the number
What's
for
the number of
911?
911?
No, she's like, I
911.
want to talk to. She thought she was talking to 911. She's like, I need to talk to the reception. I'm like,
Dial
hang up,
911.
and I'm like, dial 911 or dial 0 or And she's like, no, you do it, you transfer. And she was like getting all entitled with me.
Oh, because she thought you were zero.
She thought I was
Yeah.
not doing my job.
Okay.
And I was like, and literally as I hung up, I go, fucking retard, like this. And I just see my boss unplug his headset and like fucking
listening.
storm
No.
towards me. And I'm like, oh no.
Don't talk about people like that.
And he goes,
That's very rude. That is a no-no.
The entire municipality runs on retards.
you can't say that to people. Yeah, no, he was pissed, dude, and I couldn't.
Was he pissed? Did he turn red? Was he,
Yeah, I lost my job then and there, and I was like a number one
imagine
employee.
getting fired by Simple Jack, bro. Imagine how crazy that is.
But what I was gonna say is that I had a friend in the magic industry who got up in front of everybody a few years back at a convention and tell them how he got drugged the night before by one of the organizers.
What?
Oh, shit.
And he said this on stage in front of everybody, like magic drama shit. He's like, he tried to drug me.
And did he point him?
He named him and everything.
And
He
did
had-
the
he
guy
had a picture
disappear
of him.
like the perfect magic trick? The guy just has smoke. I'm over here now.
Yeah, he goes, and scene.
No, they sent the Dementors on him. He's in Azkaban now.
Wait, hold on.
God
So
damn.
this guy goes up,
Yeah,
and
he
he's
had
like,
a
last
picture of him.
night,
He showed a picture of him and everything.
Jesus.
and he said that the guy fucked him.
He's like, he tried to drug me into signing a contract. Okay, the guy who talked was an AGT winner.
America's Got Talent.
Yep. And
I-
he headlines
like-
a show in Vegas.
winner. Like
Yeah, winner.
Like,
Number one.
Oh,
Chris
And-
Angel.
Can't say. And he headlines a show in Vegas.
Google America's Got Talent.
God damn it.
Magician.
Magicians.
Anyways.
Winner.
And this guy was trying to get him to drug him and sign a contract to work with him
What do you mean? Like he had a needle on? How it was drugs?
in his drink.
Like a GHB
Yeah,
type thing?
But you don't sign stuff on GHP, no?
Well, if you're fucking all fucked up, maybe you do.
I thought GHP puts you to sleep.
No, I think. Well, I mean, no. From what I've heard, okay.
From what I felt.
No, I think it's an inhibitor like anything else, like alcohol. I think it like makes you do questionable things. Probably.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's scary.
But yeah. So that calling someone out like in the middle of a convention, like he drugged.
There's only 2 magicians to have one.
Okay. And let's look at his face.
Let's look
Oh,
at
wait,
their face.
hold on.
Let's try to
Okay.
guess who's the victim.
Hold on, I need your help here, guys.
Okay.
So
I
there's,
gotta stare at the face.
Okay.
So this one says Shin is the second magician to win.
Shin what?
Shin, I don't know. America's Got Talent.
after Matt Franco. So look at Matt Franco.
And then there was Dustin Travella.
Okay, well, Google all of them.
I don't know. Shin Lim.
You're not gonna get it out of me.
Hold on, who is the magician America's Got Talent in Las Vegas? There we go. That's perfect. It's a Vegas residency. Oh, there he is. It's Matt Franco. All right, let's see him.
And is Shin Lin performing? Google is Shin Lin performing in or just do Chat GPT.
They're both performing in Vegas. Both those
Okay.
guys.
Matt Franco magician.
So it's Shin Lin or Matt Vegas or
Oh,
Matt.
this guy looks like he was molested.
He's very
Look at that.
molestable too.
He's like, I don't even know what's in
Oh,
this.
he's like, I don't know. Cosby gave
Oh,
me
it's
this drink.
definitely this guy, bro.
That's definitely him. For
He's
sure.
asking for it in the first one.
I
Look
feel
at
like
that.
putting fucking GHB in his drink.
He's asking for it.
Yeah, look
Oh
at
shit! So
him.
he called him out, and then Did he get in trouble, or the guy that called? That
Nobody got in trouble.
Nobody got. How do you not get in trouble for that?
Nobody got in trouble.
It's magic.
It was hearsay. He was like, yeah, you're just fucking tripping out. That didn't
Really?
happen. Yeah.
Oh,
And-
what
but
a
It was
shitty
so funny because when
industry.
that happened, Cosby thing happened as well. And the incident happened, like memes were going around the convention with like Cosby and this guy's name, be like, just sign here on the dotted line, like all this, like all these memes started coming.
But
up
he does sound
immediately.
stupid. He's like, he offered me drinks and drugs, and then he said, sign this document. I found
Well,
it
he
suspicious.
passed
Yeah,
out in his apartment and stuff. It was a very sketchy. Yeah. it
oh,
was-
so he did get. You said tried to.
no,
drug
he
him.
got drugged. He tried to get him to sign the contract, but he was
Oh
like, no,
my
no, and he
god, that's
yeah.
crazy.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Real bizarre
This reminds
shit.
me of Baby Reindeer. Did you guys
Yeah.
watch Baby Reindeer?
Yeah.
I heard
You
about
watch it?
Yeah.
I started watching it.
Surprisingly easy to jerk off to.
Yes.
The lady that it's based on sued them, right?
I don't think she's suing.
She's
so
trying.
stupid. She just went on to Pierce Morgan.
Yeah.
And kind of like try to clear her name, but it made her look even more insane and
Yeah.
unhinged. It was a mistake that they casted a character who looked so similar, and they actually used tweets of her. It was a giant mistake, I think.
Why is that a mistake?
Because the last thing he wanted was to give this person more attention because she's
No,
absolutely
I get it.
insane.
But if he's gonna talk about his life, he's gonna talk about it accurately.
Yes, but I mean, you do things
Fake
to
the
protect.
tweets.
You fake the tweets, and you maybe typecast somebody that looks maybe a little different, maybe a different race, or
Like a
maybe
black.
Yeah,
Get a
just
black
because
guy.
they looked so like similar.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the way
yeah.
that everything was spot on. That you were, and even the guy. So if you know Baby Reindeer, there's a dude, a writer, that this guy apparently drugged the main character a
Yeah.
bunch of times and
And raped him?
fingered him. Yep, raped him a bunch, and he kept coming back, and it was like
Why
this
would he
toxic-
keep going back?
It was like a toxic thing. He didn't know his own sexuality because of this happened. He thought, "Am I gay?" It was like a whole thing.
Wait, is he gay?
It's very dark. I think bi maybe, but
Fuck, I only watched the first episode. I didn't know he was getting fucking finger banged.
Yeah, it gets better
No,
apparently.
no.
gets wow, episode
yeah,
4 is insane.
Okay.
And
I didn't
apparently,
see it because I heard about
And
it.
he plays himself.
yeah.
yeah.
And when he gets his anus demolished,
my
like
God.
there's one scene I
He
can't
gets
forget.
anus
shower?
demolished by who?
by the
By Baby Reindeer? Or?
no,
The
but-
shower?
Yeah, dude. I don't know why, but like
He's
that.
like,
yeah, that
You
stuck with me.
came right away?
No, no.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm like, so it's painful, so I shouldn't try it. Good, okay.
Yeah, that surprised you too. I was like, oh really? Like the water would hurt it? Okay.
Yeah,
People
maybe the
thought it-
hot
So
water
he-
because it goes on the inside.
So
you know?
he got
His
finger
prolapse,
banged by his
Ah,
water?
Fuck yeah, maybe. No. He got his asshole demolished by the
By a
producer,
writer.
writer. Yeah, writer.
A guy fucked him up the ass?
Oh,
Yeah, multiple times.
Drugged him.
Drugged
Here,
him.
take this GHB, take this, you'll feel
Okay,
good.
I thought it was just a fat lady.
Yeah,
That's
me
how it
too.
started.
Oh,
But
okay.
he was all fucked up. He's a comic, and he's all fucked up in the head. He loves the attention that this crazy fat lady is giving him, so he's not reporting her
Okay.
because he kind of feels good. No one else likes his shit. He bombs on
Yeah.
stage, and so for her to laugh at everything he does, even if she's insane, he's kind of like leading her on.
And then the guy that rapes him, does he laugh?
And he
or
ends
no?
up fucking her, by the way, which is all.
Who does?
The Baby Reindeer spoiler.
Dude, I'm telling you, like he ties everything
It's
well.
so crazy.
It's
It's such a good
really
show.
well. Like he ties it well. And then there's I'm not gonna say this, but there's an insane plot twist at the end.
Yeah.
And my favorite character is his father.
Yeah, he's great.
He's hilarious.
But the guy who like raped him multiple times, like
Yeah.
the writer guy, the internet.
Larry David? Is it Larry David?
Is it Larry David?
It is Larry David. So the internet obviously went full detective mode.
And found
Yeah,
out who
yeah,
the guy
yeah.
was?
Looks exactly like the guy they
Yeah.
cast.
Nice.
And found out that they worked 2 seasons together with the guy from the show. So it's clearly him. This guy,
Did he sue him or no?
no, that guy quit his job 10 days after Baby Reindeer aired.
Oh
He's
shit.
heard about it.
You know it was him.
I-
And it looks like him. If you pull up like the guy who in Baby Reindeer. It's
Real
the
rape,
same,
fake rape.
Yeah.
He's just going to Google real rape, and then we're all going to jail.
How to?
Baby Reindeer writer.
Hold on.
Baby Reindeer Writer Raper.
Raper writer.
Raper Writer.
Raper writer
Well,
reindeer.
good at Google.
Reindeer raper writer.
That's a good thing about ChatGPT, though, now.
Yep.
You can, ChatGPT will understand what
Typos.
you mean.
It's
Yep.
getting way smart. Is that guy?
So
Yeah,
so
it's
that
his
was the guy in the show.
That was the guy in the show.
Okay.
But in real life, if you write IRL,
it must have been the guy with glasses that was next to the.
Yeah, go down.
Yeah.
I go back.
But yeah.
Baby
So exactly.
Reindeer.
He's good at listening.
I'm a listener. And what's crazy is I was
Yeah,
watching.
that's it.
Yeah, it's the guy Richard Osman.
No,
This
that's
guy.
the writer of Baby. It's a different guy.
No.
I think it's him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
him.
No, it's not.
he's definitely got rape.
He's got
eyes.
rape vibes.
No.
He's got rape eyes.
There was another guy.
Baby,
Who raped
write-
Oh,
Baby
real
Reindeer?
life. Real life.
real life rapist.
Yeah, it looks like it's him.
Real
Oh, I
life
guess, okay.
rapist.
Oh, never mind. There was another guy, I guess, that the internet was blaming. Poor
The
guy.
real Darian. Maybe it's this.
Oh, and it's the fucking Key and Peele
Fucking
guy.
He's a Key and Peele guy.
But in everything that happens, when at the bar when he got approached and
Yeah.
shit, I knew right away. I'm like, oh, this dude's gonna try and groom him. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
right away.
Yeah, you could remember
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, I knew this was going to groom.
Yeah.
That's exactly my play.
That's
That's what I
my
did.
MO right there, dude. He's using my
Fucking,
move.
he's stealing my moves. That's my move.
That's my butthole.
Groomers and magicians, bro.
Dude, he gave him a fucking
It's a-
GHB ecstasy. He's like, that's what I do.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess it's that guy.
Yeah.
But that Richard Gadd, the main character, that's
You-
really
Yeah, it's
Click
this
on
guy.
it.
It's this
Click
guy.
on it.
And
Yeah, it's
he-
this
Wow,
guy.
he looks like an abuser.
And the main character, Richard Gadd, is the guy. Like, he's an actual
What a weird,
comic.
because I like when the people were talking about this series, watched the first episode, and I was like, okay, it's going to be a fucking weirdo
Yeah.
that falls in love with. So it's going to be kind of like a Misery type
Yeah.
thing.
Quirky.
So I didn't know there was fucking like a writer rape.
It's dark as fuck.
Dude, yeah.
It's
And
super
then,
dark.
but because since it was like this is based on his real life, and I was like, I don't want to watch a fucking real life British Seinfeld.
It's
But
his
this is
life,
way better than
and it's
Seinfeld.
him playing his life.
Yeah.
And he goes through trauma, and you're like, how could you, as a person, put yourself through that again?
He's gonna definitely commit suicide.
I
in
think
the
if
next
this
4 years.
didn't take off, he would have. Yeah, because that.
Yeah,
it's funny. He
100%.
never made it as a comic,
Yeah.
and then made a movie about him not making it as a comic.
Yeah.
and that movie is what's gaining
Is he doing
traction.
stand up now?
He stopped.
Oh,
But he
he's
was like
He
like
should-
a prop comic. It was very dark. And
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
and
yeah.
He
sad.
should like.
And sorry, I'm cutting you off, Mike. There are some moments you'd really like it. Some moments are filmed like a horror movie. It,
No,
like,
I believe that
it
it
like
was filmed
switches
well.
up. Like it switches up on you.
It's weird to
filmed
watch
really
because
well.
there's some points where you're like, I know exactly how he feels when he bombs. Because
Yeah.
we've all been there, and it's like fucking sucks. And like watching him is very introspective as like a comic or like
Yeah.
doing stand up. It's sad. Like you watch it and you're like, ugh. You get that like sick feeling.
ick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like that. The reason why I avoid it is because I heard a lot about what it's about, and I was like, I don't want to, because you get Mike knows what I'm talking about. You get some weird people
dark.
that follow you and this and that, and I don't want to think about like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it is that. It is that dark side of it, but it's beautiful that it's shown in such honesty, I think. I think most TV would shy away from
Yeah.
The rapes.
Well, from all of it. From
Yeah.
all of it, the things he says, how he feels, how he talks to other, like it's very, very honest, and I think that is refreshing. I think that's what people really latched onto it because they were like, it's just a guy being honest.
And it's well made.
Yep.
Like I have to say, it is really well made.
The rape seemed real.
Especially, yeah.
Poseidon's like, it's good because I only jerk off to organic porn.
It brought back so many memories.
I came for the fat chick. I stayed for the rapes.
He's like,
Oh, God
you had
damn
me in the first half.
Not gonna lie.
Damn it.
That'd be the first half. I love that.
That's
No, I mean, I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I don't like movies anymore. That
I
make
don't
me
think
feel
like
weird.
the way you guys are talking about it. I know it's probably amazing.
Yeah, but it's
But
just it made me
it's
feel
fucking-
weird.
it's depressing.
It's the same as like when people talked in a positive way about Nanette.
Ugh.
Like but no one actually talked about Hannah Gatsby in a good way.
Yeah.
But people that did, I was like, okay, no, I get why it's important, but it's just gonna get me down.
It will get you down.
Yeah, 100%. I felt really down after watching it, and it made me feel like an insane person.
How long did it take for you to binge the entire show, though?
I didn't really binge it because I watched it with my girlfriend, so it was when we were together we'd watch it. You know,
Okay,
so
I
didn't-
watched like one night and like a little bit of the next day. Binged my brother as well.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those where you start watching, you can't stop. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
well made.
Especially after because then it starts to build like a lot of intrigue. You're like, hold on, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah,
what
what's
about this?
happening?
What about
Yeah.
that? What the fuck? You know, it's really well made.
Cool, but I understand not wanting to watch it. Have you ever seen New Jack City?
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
I
with
saw it
Christopher Walken.
like
Wesley Snipes.
3 days ago.
Really?
Yeah, because I was talking about New Jack City when I went to see Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I was talking about We Preach because I was talking about how black gangster movies. There was Boys in the Hood and there was New Jack City.
Yep.
white people preferred New Jack City because it was a mafia movie with black guys.
Yeah.
Whereas Boys in the Hood was an actual black guys.
Gangster
Hood,
movie.
Yeah, it was a real gangster movie. Whereas or gangbanger movie.
exactly.
Whereas New Jack City, it could have been a Russian mob, Italian mob. Like the race was irrelevant. And I watched it again, 3 days ago.
But you know
fucking
what?
amazing.
Still holds
It's
up.
great,
Fucking
but
amazing.
it has that sick feeling too of like, you know, those crack alley saxophone
Yeah.
solos where you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It gives you that ick, like depressing feeling sometimes during that movie. That's the only thing that I can like relate to how Baby Reindeer made me feel.
Okay.
Was those like that icky sort of cracky feel.
You ever seen Jackie Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know De Niro's character? Mm-hmm. Remember when he gets out of jail, he's wearing the Hawaiian shirt and he's kind of like lost in society. He's just being stupid and weird and still doing crimes. He reminds me a lot of my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has the stash at the time. And also, I remember my dad one time when I got out of jail, it was kind of like the same thing. He had his little apartment. He dressed like that. Like, it was the same thing. Like, I know what it's like to see someone come out of jail and be a little disconnected from what's happening in society and stuff like that. And it always, it's the first time I saw it, I'm like, ugh. So it gives me that shitty feeling. But it's one of my favorite movies. I love it.
Yeah.
Remember in the old days, like when someone came out of prison, it was fucked up because you're like, oh, life is different than what it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that different. Like, if you went into jail in 92, came out in 95.
Not that different.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
That was the only thing you did. You were like, what the fuck is this music? But now, if you went to jail, like, let's say
2018?
Fuck, and you come out now, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a whole different
How
world.
many genders
Robots.
are there?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are
I
you
just got
drinking?
here.
Why are we muted?
I don't know. I just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That video where he's
Yeah.
like, "How many genders are there, sir?" I don't know. I just got here.
It's you're right. It's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
But yeah, rehabilitating is impossible. I
Or
think
coming out of a coma.
Yeah.
Imagine coming out of a coma.
impossible to rehabilitate.
No,
I
you
think.
think that this is a dream.
Because if you went into a coma, well, in those days, you'd just die. But like in the 1400s, if you went into a coma 1408 and came out in 1437, there'd be no difference.
Nothing. The printing press, maybe.
Yeah.
Just your whole family is dead of old age
Yeah.
at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, fuck, you fall asleep for 3 minutes and you're.
That is crazy.
Baby
to think
Reindeer's a
about.
hit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, just AI. Imagine being around before AI and after AI. Like we all
Yeah.
know what it's like to be around before smartphones and the internet.
It's a whole different
But
world.
Mm.
AI
And just
is that again.
Just AI, when you see AI from 3 months ago and now,
Yes, that's true.
you're like, what the fuck? Like, I was on ChatGPT 2 months ago and then yesterday, and I was like, it's 19
It's
years.
a different monster, and it's so much fun. Like you said, like my favorite things about ChatGPT are not caring about typos. I write with my fat fingers, and whatever letters I hit, whatever, they'll figure it out, and they do. You don't have to go back and like, because if you type it into certain search engines, they might be like, no results. Here's a ChatGPT is like, I know exactly what you mean by it, which I love.
I
And-
got this.
Yeah, and if they give you the wrong answer, I just go, no, stupid, do it again. And they just do it again. Free, you can say no, stupid, you don't have to say it, but you can say it, and it's fine, and it'll be like, sorry about that, which I like.
Which is crazy if you think about
Yeah,
it.
you can just talk trash to them and typo, and they're just going to give you all the information.
I think ChatGPT, that's why we were talking about the Apple thing.
Yeah.
I think, bro, it's going to be so great. You're just going to be saying
Yeah.
anything. It's actually, when you're doing it's like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Somebody has a theory about. I saw this on TikTok, by the way. They have a theory that ChatGPT isn't actually AI. It's just a very advanced search engine.
Well, it's not AI.
Oh.
It's not actually AI.
It's
we don't-
autistic?
Yeah. we don't have AI.
Autiste?
Autistic intelligence.
We don't have our artificial intelligence. We call it AI.
Yeah, but it's not there yet.
But it's a database.
Yeah.
The servers for
Yeah.
this. Do you know how big they are? Google that. This is going to surprise you. So, did you know the most energy consumption right now isn't Bitcoin?
ChatGPT?
It is AI. It is ChatGPT. It's
What?
the most energy consumption. Nobody's talking about it. So, what they're working on right now is they're trying to use AI.
I like how discreet that burp was.
What burp? They're using AI to come up with a way to make AI more cost efficient.
Like
So
by
they're-
indexing everything.
So they're
there's a
asking
race.
AI to, hey, figure
Yes.
out how to not kill the planet.
Because we're getting to a point where AI is using so much energy consumption, it does not make sense. So we have to put all the AI resources into fixing itself right now, and there's a race happening. That's exactly what AI's number one problem is.
Itself?
Is to make it self-sufficient.
It's very human. Or our biggest enemy.
Yeah.
as
Well,
well.
we have to make
Imagine
it
if
self-sufficient.
AI ruins the planet for us.
It will.
And if we find out, okay, yeah, we wouldn't have fucked the planet over.
If we
but
didn't-
these fucking dumb, smart fucking things are killing us.
How much energy are we talking about?
Pull it up. Pull up the server.
What do you want me to type?
ChatGPT servers. Size. I'll pull it up first.
Server's size.
And the answer
And I
is
go
big.
Images. Images.
I love that they show pictures. Like that means anything to anyone. Like, oh, that's a lot of servers.
I'm on Quora. What a garbage company.
Is that Islamic?
website. No.
Oh, I found out Osama bin Laden's son is an artist in France. And then people were trying to get him canceled because he's Osama bin Laden's son.
So?
And he's like a goth guy. He looks like he's into like metal a little.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then they're like, he's an artist and he lives in France and his paintings are garbage. They're just horrible. They're camels.
Don't
drawn,
piss him off too much because he's willing to take some crazy
But
revenge.
they're camels drawn by a guy that looks like he discovered a paintbrush when he was 26. Like, it's just fucking shit.
He's an Arab with dreads.
Yeah. Look, he looks like the la 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 la. What?
Serge
what the-
Tankian.
Yeah.
He does look like a bit like
Yeah.
Serge Tankian, yeah.
Yeah. But he, like...
Omar bin Laden. But it sounds like
Omar
a joke.
and look at him. He looks like he just came back from the Dominican Republic
Yeah, he
and
look-
got banged.
He looks like a middle-aged mom that
Yeah.
came back from the... He had,
But like
She
look,
found herself.
that was a picture like him with his girlfriend. So I was like, okay, it must suck for him that he's got a shitty dad, but he looks like a regular dude. And then I started reading up on him, and he was like, my father wasn't a terrorist. And I'm like, that's not a good look for you.
Sounds
Say
like, yeah,
that-
is that...
He's like, my father. Look at his art. He
I
was
did
like,
that when I was a kid.
My father wasn't a terrorist, and history will prove me right. And you're like, okay, look at that. Like, I could do that in Photoshop, and I don't have Photoshop on my computer anymore.
How much does he sell them for? I'm curious.
I don't know. I googled the same thing I do, like when I found out there were Hitler paintings for sale.
Wait, you're
Just
not
the
you're allowed to?
price.
I thought you're not allowed to buy Hitler paintings.
You're allowed buying, but yeah, I don't think that like it's not at. It won't be at Sotheby's, but it'll be like on eBay and shit.
1,625 USD to 3,250
That's
USD.
expensive for a retarded kid's drawing.
That's fucking. What do they call it? What are they calling those babies now? Like that are getting roles because their parents are actors. What's the term they use?
Nepo baby.
yeah,
Nepo
Nepo
babies,
babies. Yeah, he's the Nepo baby of fucking terrorism.
So people know it's Nepo baby means nepotism. Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny to think that Bin Laden's son is like a Nepo baby.
I had a guy when I did Tamalevac's podcast in Quebec City. He was a guy from New Brunswick who's a doctor. And I'd never heard the term Nepo baby, and then he explained it to me. And he was like, I'm kind of a Nepo baby because both my parents were doctors, and I'm a doctor too.
That's
and
not
I
a
was
Nepo
like,
baby.
but
That's not how it
you
works.
you
went to
kind of
school.
need a diploma to be a doctor.
Yeah.
They can't give it to you.
They can't be like, okay, he's good.
Maybe he got into a good school because of his parents.
Yeah,
So you
but
still have to do
that's what he
school.
told me. He was like, no, but I got into the best school because of my parents, and then I got into the best hospital because of my parents. I was like, okay, yeah, you're a piece of shit.
That's a Nepo baby.
And then I spit on him.
But at the same time, you're saving
left the
lives.
tips.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's not like you're an actor out there
Yeah.
being super vain.
Yeah.
You're saving people's lives. So it's
Yeah.
like we forgive you for being a Nepo baby. I hope your babies are doctors too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We need more of you. But like actors, we're like, yeah, we could do without.
That's what
Child
Ethan
actors.
Hawke's daughter did.
Yeah.
heard-
Maya Hawke.
Maya Hawke, you heard what she said?
What'd she say?
She goes, he goes, I got everything because of my parents.
Yeah.
I'm Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever says, no, I know that there's now she said the other thing I know is that if I wasn't doing it, it doesn't mean that someone else would get it. Because there's so many more talented actors and all that. I know that I got privileged because I'm a Nepo baby.
Good for her to
that's
own up to
badass.
it.
Yeah.
It just made me like
that.
her.
Yeah.
I was like,
that,
give her
yeah.
all the roles.
Hell yeah.
For comedy, though, that doesn't work. Like, whenever you have kids
No, they normally
of
suck.
of a famous comedian,
Yeah.
like, look at George Carlin's daughter. I forget what her name is. She's a really good writer,
Okay.
but she's never had a real career because she's always going to
Woman.
be George Carlin's daughter.
There's that, and the other thing normally,
Yeah, and
if
a
you-
woman.
normally a lot of good comics, we come from a place where our childhood was a little fucked up. It wasn't normal.
It's like fighters.
Yeah. So then you build you work so
Yeah.
hard to build a better life for your family.
That's right.
They don't have that.
Like-
So let's say knock on wood, I have a kid tomorrow or whatever. Hopefully I'm gonna do a good job, protect the kid. They won't grow up in a weird like a
They won't
life
have
like
those same.
those same
I've always
problems.
noticed.
yeah.
I've always
struggle.
hated.
Yep.
I've always hated comics that grew up rich,
Hmm.
and sometimes I didn't realize they grew up rich until after I read up on them, and then I'm like, okay, I figured out why I fucking hate them. There's something I like about someone that grew up poor.
Yeah.
Yep.
The struggle, even though you're not struggling now. There's something that I like about someone that didn't have it fucking easy
I don't
when they
think-
were a kid.
I don't think I would have been me right now if I had an easy child. There's no way. There's
You
no
wouldn't be
way.
here. No, of course not.
I wouldn't have the same sense of humor. I wouldn't There's no way. It's impossible.
Tony Hinchcliffe talks about it all the time, where he talks to people and he like listens to their set and he goes, "Your parents are still married, aren't they?" And he goes, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, I could tell." Because your comedy
Fucking Hinchcliffe.
sucks, you know. Like that's the truth though. Is like fucked up childhood will yield a funnier, more creative person.
Yeah.
I believe that. I had a fucked up childhood. I think most people I know who are creative or funny also did. I think if you didn't, it's kind of weird too because like you said, you don't want to give that to your kid. You want to give them the best,
But I want them to also be talented. I don't want them to become some shitty
but you
spoiled
can't
kid.
have it both ways, and that's the wheel.
Yeah.
Well, you
that's
could
the
you
wheel.
could protect him and then have him molest him once in a while.
That's true. That is true. You can just like sub him in.
Tag urine dog. He's like, oh, they're tasty. No, I think maybe the best you can do is explain stuff to them.
Yeah.
Be like, look, I want you to know something. This isn't normal.
Yeah.
You have it way better because this and this is what I
Yeah.
had to go through. This is
even
what people
then-
are going through. So please be cognizant of
Yeah.
the
They're not
surroundings.
gonna
They're not gonna make
Yeah.
it. They're not gonna make it as so. That's where
I just want them
nepotism
to
comes
make it
in.
as a kid. I just want them to be a good person.
Yeah. No. That
I don't want them to be
goes without
artists.
saying.
I'm just saying I would like my kids to be good people that understand that they don't look down on someone because they're poor, because of the job. Whatever. Like they understand how stupid that is. That's all I can ask.
There's
for.
also the argument that genius, doesn't
That and for them to be straight. If I
Isn't-
get that,
yeah, but like you don't pass that on to your child.
you can't.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so when you have this like really famous actor who's literally, Philip Seymour Hoffman, or like,
Oh, yeah.
and he has a kid now who's acting. You're like, yeah, the genius doesn't get passed on.
Yeah.
to
What
your
about
son,
that Swedish
unfortunately.
family though? What's their name? The kid. He was in Good Will Hunting.
Matt Damon?
Matt
Ben
Damon.
Affleck.
No. The guy that was
The-
the,
the
math
Damon.
Oh,
teacher.
Borgenschin.
Yeah. His whole family's in acting. They're all phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, maybe they're all
No,
gang
his
raped as
kids.
Oh, but
Maybe.
probably because what happened was there's a theater family. So
They
all
are a
do
theater
that.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they all
you're
do
right.
it. It's
You're
kind of
right.
like how vaudeville used to be.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
That's different. What we're saying is, let's say right now, Mike or me, or like we're funny on stage because of our childhood, like the way we saw the world, the way we grew up, all that. His kid, my kid, are not gonna. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Unless I
It's
have a
the
kid and
same
I'm a
as-
shit parent.
They're not.
It's the same as fighting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
fucking Mike Tyson's kids are fucking wusses.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them's dead.
Oh shit.
Pussy.
Yeah.
For real? Or are you joking?
No,
Yeah,
for-
no, she was like, that's what fucked Mike up.
treadmill.
That's why he got the face tattoo.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She
Oh.
was
And I
she
feel
was
bad.
3 or 4 years old, fell off a treadmill and then got choked.
bro.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So much
and then
for
you were
nepotism in
making
that
fun of
family.
it.
Yeah.
And then you were making fun of it.
I was making fun of it. Yeah, I didn't know that detail. I was.
But
I
holy
figured-
shit, that makes me.
And then Jake Paul made fun about the kid.
I remember this.
That's
a way to get
a
killed.
week before
The fight.
Tyson pulled out.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh fuck, this is gonna Tyson's gonna kill this
I
fucking
think so.
YouTuber.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
Tyson
no.
has it in him to just snap, but he's worked on himself a lot.
As a person, though, I like Tyson, but it makes me feel so much like I already
Makes you feel
liked
bad
him,
for him.
but this makes me feel so much.
I was
bad,
I
so
was
bad for him.
I feel bad for him.
I was really looking forward to the fight, even though I was like, this is fucking garbage and it's a circus.
Yeah.
And the fact that they postponed it, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, it
about
feels
the
like it
fight.
lost the hype.
I was like, who cares? It's an old man and a fucking
I feel
guy.
bad for him. I think he's gonna lose. I don't
Tyson?
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
saw him with
too
Evander
old.
Holyfield for that when they did that match a few
Yeah.
years ago. They did like an exhibit, whatever,
Exhibition.
and it sucked. He was gassed in less than a round. It was terrible. It was not fun to watch. It was sad. I think
But
it's going to
when-
be the
when
same thing. We're going to be sad watching a
His
man
last,
get beaten.
his last fight was with Roy Jones, right?
Yeah.
And he was good in that, though.
Yeah, but I mean, also I think like he was
All-
fighting an old guy.
All the Jake Paul
Yeah.
used to do is run up the time and get him tired.
Yeah.
Not even, dude. I think he can do that within one round. I think.
No, because if
Jake
he's
Paul's
not tired,
young.
if he's I've seen him. I've been watching the videos. If he lands Tyson, he'll take your fucking
And
head
that-
off.
all those
that's-
videos
You
are
gotta
like
tire
years
him
old,
out.
though.
But
They're not
that's the last thing you
accurate.
lose, too, is strength or power.
Yeah.
Like, so Tyson still punches
That's what I'm
like
saying.
he
So
used
you'd
to
rather
punch,
just tire him out.
but
It's the
he's
only way.
slow. But
he's-
he's still quick enough to hit.
But
But
he's
I
gonna
don't,
get
I don't
hit.
even care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
weird.
is-
I
it
feel
is sad.
bad for him because I like him a lot.
We should get people who we want to see. Like, I like watching Jake Paul fight because I want to see him get hurt. I feel like he should fight another guy. I want to see. Like, can he fight his brother?
Oh no, that would be the best.
Yeah.
Can we all
Or
just like root for both of them? And
Jake Paul versus Omar bin Laden.
yes. But then everyone's rooting for Jake Paul because he's American. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see somebody that
I'm
everybody
voting for
hates
Omar.
Yeah.
fight another guy everybody hates. I guarantee that's going to be the biggest pay-per-view you've ever seen.
Fighting his brother might go either like it might be
It'll be the biggest.
it'll be like
huge.
the pussiest fight ever.
No,
They're just
I
gonna
hope
try to
Jake
secure
Paul
the-
wins 'cause I hate Logan way more.
Or
I
it's gonna
started
become
listening to the guy that used to be on the Logan Paul
Yeah, the religious
podcast.
kid. Yeah.
He's crazy religious.
Yeah, he's
now.
crazy.
George,
religious.
yeah,
George
he's not cool.
Jankos.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
cool.
What a fucking piece of shit that guy
Lunatic.
is.
Yeah.
I listen
Shit
to him.
personality too.
I listened to him do his podcast with
Bobby Lee.
Bobby
Me
Lee,
too.
Terrible.
and I was like, "What a shitty person!" And then
It's very
Bobby Lee
culty.
is—you could tell Bobby Lee was afraid to get canceled. So
Yeah.
he was like, "You're so good at this.
Yeah,
you're so good.
Yeah, I'm
You're-
sorry for grabbing your dick.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it.
I watched that podcast, and Bobby Lee was just being Bobby Lee, and he wasn't even being Bobby Lee like the initial podcast where George got mad at him for like grabbing him and being, but like Bobby Lee was being as obnoxious as he always is.
Yeah.
And then fucking this other guy just walks out, gets actually mad. You can tell he's like short fused, and then blames everything on religion, saying, "No, it's because of you said this about religion." Like, no, it isn't. You have a short fuse. You're not good with people. You're not good at talking. You're a bad,
Yeah.
podcaster.
And then Bobby Lee, like when he did the new podcast, he wanted to kiss him for some reason.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Lee is clearly fucking super gay.
Yeah.
And then he was like, we could kiss. And then he was like, no, I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to arrive at the gates of heaven and then get refused because I kissed you.
That's
I
not
was
why you
like,
get
oh,
refused.
Jesus Christ.
he's making it all about the religion,
About
thing,
religion.
and it's just disgusting.
It's weird.
It is weird. It's culty and weird, and
I don't like the cultiness. Cultiness shit is what I
he's
don't like.
also a guy that's like gonna come out here and be like, oh, he did some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
for sure.
You guys want to laugh about a religion? I was at the Vatican, and in Italy, and
We're having a team meeting. And I was like, we're running out of these kids.
no. So what happened was there were confessionals. I'm like, I'm gonna try it for fun.
Did you
Yeah,
went in?
yeah, I went. So I get that I'm waiting. There's this other German dude, and he's like talking and shit. And he's
Hold
like,
on, before you continue.
Another German dude.
Another
so
German
are you
dude.
German now?
No. There's a
Because you
German
were
guy.
Greek, you became
Sorry,
Italian.
guys,
Now you're
I
German.
want people listening to this
I'm
just
sleepy.
to imagine.
I'm sleepy because I
There's the
ate.
Vatican. There's the
Yeah.
confessionals, and this is what I want you to imagine: the pitter patter of Poseidon's feet. He goes inside and he goes, "Hey, Padre."
No, this
hold
was.
on. I have a confession to make. Okay, my son. I fucked some kids, and then all you hear from the other side is, brag.
That's funny. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try just for shits and giggles, right? So I go, and it was a weird confessional.
Did you tell the truth about something you did that you were
Well,
ashamed of?
I'm gonna get to that. And
Okay.
He's like, I told the truth, but guess what? I ain't ashamed.
and first of all,
They didn't even
it
arrest me, bro.
it was weird because you couldn't even like, it wasn't a door. You step in, you sit, and there's like a thing on the other side. You know.
Was there toilet paper?
No.
He went to the bathroom.
No, it was outside, and there was a soft mat, and you had to get on your knees.
Oh, yeah.
And talk into the confessional.
Oh. After talking to this guy's
Were
room.
you in a mosque?
No.
He's like, you
at the
guys
Vatican.
dudes.
the priest
Everyone's
put his
wearing
robe over your head while you were on your knees.
They
and
do
he-
that. That's how Greek Orthodox does the thing. I swear to God. I did it once, the
Yeah.
confessional, when I was in...
Greek Orthodox, they do confession, but they put the robe.
Dude, you understand?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
I was
Wow.
getting
On the
molested.
head, dude.
It almost, dude, you know, the whole place, and this was at a mountain in New York. It's like a known monastery. And then I'm like, oh, I have to do this shit. And then I go in, and I was like, all right, you know, so I'm doing a confessional. I didn't know, I was a kid, I didn't do much. What do you jerk off, you bang once? Like, there's not that much to talk about.
Yeah.
So the guy's like, don't worry, you're forgiven. Then I go, my favorite hockey team is the New Jersey Devils. Is that a problem? He's like, no. And then all that. And then I was like, oh, cool. So I guess we're done. He's like, yeah, all right, get on your knees. And I was like, what? Get on your knees. And I was like, I'm not getting on my knees. He's like, no, get on your knees. And I go, I don't know what the fuck you think this is. He's like, no, that's what we do. We just get, I go, just get on my knees. That's it. He's like, yeah, you're going to pray. I'm like, okay. So I get on my knees. And then, bro, I feel the back of the thing. Because, yeah, it's like a sash in front. And then it's separate.
He
Obviously,
puts it over your head.
over my, bro, you understand? I go, right away, like, what the
Does he
fuck?
grab?
No,
He
he doesn't grab
grab
it. I go, what the fuck? And the guy's like, yo, what are you saying? And I figure, I go, oh, what the fuck's going on here? Whatever. And then
How old were you?
high school, so like 14, 15.
Wait.
That's somebody having a
Yeah.
14-year-old kid go, are you a fucking pedophile? No, I'm sorry.
Have you looked into this?
And then, then my buddy
Are you
was
sure
there.
they do this
Yes,
all
yes,
over
my
the
buddy
place? It
Milton-
wasn't just
My buddy
isolated?
Milton was trying to explain to me, no, this is what happens. I go, get up, I'm not fucking doing that, bro. Forgive me from a distance. This guy's not fucking funny.
It's because our priests are
There's
womanizers.
gotta
So
be, but that's fucking a sexual predator is so happy that he's like that close all the time.
Oh, what a
so
perfect
it's gotta
job.
be, yeah. It's gotta be like, look, for you to get forgiveness from God, you gotta put your dick right next to. You gotta put your face right next to my
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah, lick it.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm
But if
not doing anything.
But if you do something, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you later.
That's like being a Boy Scout leader and being like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
sit my dick on your lower back to start this
Yeah.
fire.
Is that
You're
what they do?
you
How
know?
does that start a fire?
Yeah, well, I mean, something gets hot.
well, with enough friction.
Is that how he's doing it?
Yeah,
So-
it's
so-
kind of weird.
So I get on my knees, and there's the grate, and I start talking to him. I go, hello,
The
and he
great
goes,
cock.
and he goes, hello.
It's a great con.
It's the
He goes-
greatest cock I've ever seen.
Here's the
And he goes, yes, okay. What is it you want to confess? Get it over with.
Get it over with.
I love
Okay.
He's
this
Italian. So,
Hey, let's fucking go.
So I
bro.
go-
Fucking
I go,
move.
Bro, what'd you do? You fucked a couple of bitches. Okay.
so I go, so how does this work? I just
No.
tell you everything I did that was bad. He goes, what do you mean? How does this work? I go, well, how does
What
this
you talking about here?
Like
I've never done this.
like I've never done this. You know, it's my first
My
time
first
in a
time.
confessional.
Did you tell him you weren't Catholic?
And then he goes, what religion are you? I go Christian. He
You
goes,
should have. Did you lie and say you were Catholic?
No. And he
Should've.
goes, I was about to, but I was like, I'm like, yeah, Orthodox Catholic. They're gonna be like, another brother. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be
they
like
won't.
that. And then I go, Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, and he goes, he does this, bro. I saw him through the grate. He goes, like that. He was not happy, bro.
Yeah.
He's like,
it's
no.
'cause for,
He's like, you're a
for
real Christian.
them-
Get out of here.
And he's like, no, you cannot be here.
no,
you.
but for them, like, there's like,
You might as well be
even
Muslim.
though it's the
Blood scripts,
same fucking
Yeah, blood-
thing, they're like, well, okay, so you're gonna believe
Blasphemy.
in fucking like reindeers now?
Yeah. It's like Bloods and Girls, and I was so
Insane.
shocked that he was like, no, fuck you, basically.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, you must go to your own, and he started giving me this whole spiel. I'm like, I don't give a fuck enough about this. I just got up and left.
You should have pretended.
It's so
Yeah.
funny
But
that
I
you
didn't
can also
know.
show
I
the
did-
lies.
Lied. I would have lied.
But
you
I
should
didn't
have
said you're
known.
Muslim.
But I didn't know that was the reaction
What
I was gonna
religion
get.
are
Do you
you?
think he would
Allah
have smelt
Akbar.
it? He would have started forgiving you, and then like smoke would start coming from his mouth, and he's like, "Wait a second, something's not right here. It must be Orthodox."
Had I known he would have reacted that way, I would have lied. But I
I
didn't
think
know.
most people would.
Yeah,
You
I
know
would've
what I
milked
mean?
it.
You didn't know he was gonna react.
No,
you
I
thought
just
he was
thought-
gonna be like, same.
yeah, exactly.
I gave my life for this bullshit, but it's all the same. Right? No one, who cares? I could have been banging chicks, but instead I'm fucking. Everyone calls me a pedophile. But it's the same. Same thing.
Not here nor there, really. Neither here nor there.
I can't
My
have
religion.
sex with anyone, and then whenever I go out, people call me a pedophile, and they tell me, but it's the same. Who cares? Who cares? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
sure, like, I haven't decided yet. He's right. I don't know yet.
Potato.
I don't know. We'll see after this talk. We'll see what I go with. What team
It's
I'm playing
potato
for.
or pedo.
Potato.
Potato potato.
Potato.
Potato or pedophile?
Oh my God! What about? Isn't your girlfriend Catholic?
No. Well, they're Catholic, but they're not.
Yeah,
have
she
no
grew
idea.
up.
I think
She
they're
grew up Catholic, but she's
not really. No,
Yeah.
they weren't
Isn't
religious.
she French Canadian?
But you,
But they're Catholic.
but
They're
you
Catholic,
should
but they're
lie.
not.
Yeah, but okay, but
You
you,
should-
just said
if-
I said she's Catholic. You go, no, she's not
If you
religious,
go
but she's still
in-
Catholic.
if
That's
you-
guess.
like you don't speak Greek
If
often.
you
but
go
still
to
Greek.
the Vatican and you say the first thing is, "Are you a Catholic?" Yes, I'm a Catholic.
Yeah.
Then I've sinned. I've lied. What have you lied about? This.
and being
And I'm not
Catholic.
really Catholic.
I just.
I'm Orthodox. Oh, fuck are you, Malaka?
But even when I told them,
Poseidon's doing this. Double guns.
but
double
I was
guns.
even talking to him. I'm like, hey, I'm Orthodox. You know,
But
it's
I
kind of the
sound
same. You know,
Italian,
like
so
I
it's
could,
the same.
I could still confess, right? And he goes, no, like he took
still
it personal, the
confess.
guy,
Like,
bro.
like, I want to confess, I'm a bit of a fucking dummy.
Yeah, the
Bro,
guy,
me, I was
yeah,
about
he
to
wasn't-
snitch on all the homies, bro.
He wasn't offended that you were Orthodox. I
Imagine
think, I think he was offended that you were Greek trying to pass as Italian.
That's-
I think
yeah, he was
that's
very
what he
angry.
was
You think that's what it
He was
was?
very
Put a stop to this, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Luigi, get him out of here.
What the
This is
fuck
fucking
you think this is?
This is fucking souvlaki eater. This is pasta territory, my
What the fuck
friend.
you think this is?
It would be funny if you did. If all he's doing is
Black eater.
souvlaki eater. It would have been funny if he's just.
Tony Somare?
He's I'm Tony Sumare. He goes. It would have been so funny if Tony Sumare is in there just admitting to other people's crimes. He's in there. He's like, yo, let me tell you. So Johnny 250 was doing it. And he's just telling other people's crimes. Like, but what about you, my son? Oh, you'll get to me, father. But listen, bro, fucking Sergio down the block, bro. Sergio's running a juvenile prostitution ring.
He's a rat, but only to the priest.
And then,
fucking
when
rat.
and then it comes to him, he's like, and for me, I got this problem. I keep writing my friends up. I'm
And
sorry
then
about it.
he circles back to the juvenile prostitution ring. So how does he run it without getting caught? He's asking all these
He's
questions.
like, where is it?
Yeah.
You know where it is, father.
How does he do it? Yeah.
High five, dog.
What if you like just pranked one of them and just was like, I'm so fucking horny right now? Like, what would they say? I'm sure you'd catch some.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
you'd catch some and be like, oh, fuck, jackpot.
Yeah, if you go-
my child, come with me.
Yeah, if you go in and you're just like, look, the thing is, I don't know if it's a sin or not, but I'm always horny.
I'm like hard right now.
Like,
Like,
I'm
what would you
right
do?
now, and I shouldn't.
I
be.
think those priests are kind of like Leo, that like he's too old. Like they like no priest would want to bang a fucking. How
Beggars
old are
can't
you
be
now?
choosers,
You're 29.
58.
How old are you? 28?
I'm gonna turn 31. I think in the summer.
31. Oh shit!
think?
So you're in your 30s.
You're estimating.
Holy shit! I'm
He
in
looks
my
like he's in
30s.
his 50s.
Yeah. So no priest wants to bang you.
No,
Sadly.
unfortunately.
But again,
Old
it's
ass
like,
motherfucker.
I think beggars can't be choosers. I think if you're sitting out there in a hot little confessional booth all day,
And you get this fucking tight, sexy boy coming in.
you might just give it up.
If I'm clean shaven, I could pass like just my face. If at the right angle, I could probably
Was
pass
there
as
like
really
a hole?
young.
That'd be the best glory hole.
No, there was no
Glory
hole.
confessional?
It was just a great.
Glory hole confessional.
It w-
Forgive me, Father. Oh.
It's not even you putting your dick in; it's the priest. Then you
Yeah,
gotta
he's
suck.
like, forgive me, father, for I have sucked.
Yeah, he's like,
turns
well,
into, "Forgive me,
12 here and
Daddy."
there. He's like, 12 thrusts on my cock, and you will be forgiven.
I don't trust these priests.
But you know what? It was hot in Italy, but it wasn't humid. And
No.
I don't know about their architecture, man. But the way they make their buildings, it creates this natural fucking flow of air coming through everywhere, and it feels good. Like it's hot. It's 30 degrees, but
So
it
the
doesn't-
architecture is like outdoor air conditioning? 'Cause of
Yes, yes.
and it's not the wind?
Dude, I'm telling you, search this up. No, it's the wind, but even when it's not windy, even when it's not that windy, you still have these drafts come
Because of
through.
the
These
because of
fans
the
that turn on.
I'm telling,
So
dude,
the
Google,
shapes
Google,
and
Google
the
the architect.
statues.
I'm telling you know what I'm talking about.
For more architectural
He knows what I'm
advice-
talking about.
Don't
but
drag
he
me into
For
this
more
shit.
doesn't wanna talk.
architectural advice, for more architectural
Drag me into
advice,
this shit, dude.
Poseidon is the Poseidon69 on Twitter and Instagram. Our boy here, Chris Ramsay, is first.shop, so you can buy some merch. Chris Ramsay on the YouTube, Area 52. Mike has launched his vodka. 2 drink minimum is officially sponsored by only one vodka, and there's only one vodka on the planet. That's Ward Vodka. You can buy it at the SAQ. If you're at a local bar are at a local SAQ and they don't have it, you tell them that you want that shit in stock, or you will not do.
If you
want to
buy it online, wardvodka.ca will bring you to the SAQ website if you're in Quebec.
Wardvodka.ca. Wardvodka.ca. Also, Mike Ward is on tour. MikeWard.ca for all those tickets, and patreon.com/SuzEcoute to get access to the #1 French language comedy podcast on the planet. Mike Ward, SuzEcoute. You get access to the entire back catalog on Patreon, and you can buy tickets to watch the show live. Speaking of live, 2 Drink Minimum is live at the Bordel throughout the summer.
That's right.
Yes, patreon.com/Pantelis for all of my stuff, panteliscomedy.com. Thank you, and go fuck yourselves.